Welcome to the Editor's Note Comics Podcast.
Your suffering will be legendary, even in hell.
Central Maine's best comics podcast, by default.
Hi, I'm Chucky. Wanna play?
Here are your hosts, Zach and Jared.
They're here.
Welcome back to another episode, an extra spooky episode.
I really don't know how to respond to like that.
It's not actually. we're doing monsters, but we're not.
It's not spook. Oh boy.
We're fine.
Okay, I thought the thing was gonna fall over. There are ghosts in the studio.
I think we'll survive.
Jeez, Scoob. That was really bad. Wannabe. Yeah, I'm not feeling. Can we start from the top?
Nope.
I'm not engaged yet.
Okay, because you did.
It was like a mix of Shaggy and Scooby.
I never liked that stuff. The Hanna-Barbera stuff. It was never my thing.
You didn't like Hanna-Barbera stuff?
No, it always looked so cheap, the animation. And it was.
Well, I mean, it's not like Disney animation or like high quality. I mean, what about any of like the color vision stuff? Did you like He-Man?
No.
You didn't like He-Man? What about Thundercats?
No.
What else am I missing? She-Ra?
No.
I wasn't much of a She-Ra guy. You didn't like He-Man?
No, not really.
And you didn't like, what about G.I. Joe?
No. That same kind of like, it just looks so cheap.
Man, and you run a comic book store and you didn't like He-Man?
I didn't like cheap animation.
Oh my god. What's wrong with He-Man? By the power of Grayskull, I have the power!
I don't know. It was just that whole, like, the ugly, like, non-expressive faces, the lip flaps, like, when they're using as few animation cells as possible.
Come on, man.
No, if you, like, set it up next to some, like...
I'm gonna look up some other Hanna-Barbera cartoons. It was like Snagglepuss?
I don't even know what that is.
Snagglepuss. Was it Snagglepuss? I'm fact-checking the show because I haven't done this in a couple. Snagglepuss. Is it Hanna-Barbera? Yeah, Hanna-Barbera. It's like, this guy is like a poor man's Pink Panther. Look at him. See? That's Snagglepuss right there.
Oh, yeah, that thing.
Yeah, that thing. What do you mean that thing? It's
well, if I had the choice, it's like, okay, I can go watch...
He's always like, exit stage left.
I can watch some Warner Brothers stuff, or, like, cheap Hanna-Barbera. There wasn't really...
Yogi Berra? Not Yogi Berra, but Yogi Bear. Yogi Berra was the catcher for the Yankees.
No.
Huckleberry Hound? The Jetsons?
No.
Who the hell are you?
Someone who didn't like cheap animation, and I still don't.
Oh my god.
I like it fluid. I like it smooth.
You know, there's going to be a lot of rational. This isn't going to be irrational. This is going to be rational disdain coming your way from this episode of the podcast by saying that you don't like He-Man or Scooby-Doo or Thundercats. What about Transformers? That wasn't exactly like fluid animation. It had a kick-ass theme song by White Lion.
I was more on board for Transformers.
Transformers! I remember when that was your ringtone. That was annoying.
Yeah. That was a text tone or something.
It was your text tone, and it went off like 100 times one night. You, me, and Mike were staying together in a cabin, and it kept going off.
I'm sure I'd never put it on silently.
No.
You take it. You listen to this ringtone.
Transformers! Robots in disguise.
It's better than when I had Ralph Wiggum, and it would repeat 3 times minimum. Me fail English? That's impossible. 2 more times for each text. That was the worst. Customized ringtones are stupid, people. It's the lesson here.
I have the Zelda secret thing hidden sound as my text message sound.
Yep.
What's wrong with that? It's not nearly as... At least I put my phone on silent during the podcast, and we're not getting Transformers the whole time.
Every time, a little vibration in the background.
Yeah, it was like... We would know it was coming because we would... Transformers! Robots in disguise.
Let's get into the news!
Before we get started, does anyone want to get out?
It's time for the news.
Wolverine 3 has a title.
Really?
Logan.
Oh, I saw that Hugh Jackman had tweeted something out. It was like a tipped over water tower or something. It said Logan. Oh.
And there's a poster. It's just... Yep.
I had to do that just to be that guy.
It just shows him holding hands with the little girl.
Does he have his claws out?
Yeah.
All right.
It's probably his clone, X-23. That's a lady. The 23rd clone of Wolverine.
Isn't that what we're allegedly seeing in the
Well, it was the hint
Apocalypse?
that she was coming out with Essex Corp, or Mr. Sinister, if you will. It's okay if you don't.
I like the name Mr. Sinister.
Dumb name. I don't know. Logan is a movie title. It's just like, it shows him holding hands. Like, is this going to be another somber, dour movie? Real introspective?
I'm guessing that Charles is going to get screwed over somehow, and he's going to be missing for the critical moments.
Well, they show, like, there's all this stuff. I was like trying to be like, they show an image of Professor X. I'm like, does it look like an old Patrick Stewart? Yep, just looks like old Patrick Stewart.
I want to see his show Blunt Talk. Have you heard about this show Blunt Talk?
I saw a trailer for it. I never watched it.
It looks funny.
Yeah, it does. He has a good sense of humor. He just seems to enjoy his life.
I mean,
This is a terrible trilogy name. We have X-Men Origins, Wolverine, The Wolverine, Logan.
Sounds like I'm going to the airport in Boston.
Fewer and fewer words. Well, I was thinking before this movie, like, we should really do Wolverine movie reviews. Like, I could do X-Men Origins Wolverines right now. It's the most worthless movie of all time. It honestly is. Like, what do you get out of that movie? You learn history that was already alluded to, except you spend 2 hours with it. The character doesn't grow or change because he loses his memories. And it's the script had so many, like, obvious rewrites and reshoots in it. Stop talking about his memories.
Okay. I never saw it, so
It's really bad. Nothing happens. They just give
because I said, should I see it? And you
knew.
said, no, it's terrible. Don't waste your time.
Like, you know what you find out? That he was experimented on.
Oh, I knew that.
Yep.
Wait, don't tell me. They changed him into having an antimanium. I said that way wrong.
I'm just going to let it go.
I can't say it tonight. Adamantium.
Antacid.
That's what I'm getting because you don't like Hanna-Barbera. It makes me upset. Visceral. My birthday's coming up, man. That's my childhood.
But literally nothing happens. Like, you don't learn anything new. And at the end of it, he doesn't learn anything because he forgets. After those memories getting wiped, I'm like, great, we've learned nothing. He's also learned nothing as a character.
So it sounds like, my college party days.
Well, I mean, God, he was shot in the head and he lost fewer brain cells than that.
I wasn't ever shot in the head in my college party days. I felt like my head was in a vice or being beaten with a hammer the next day, but...
No, I don't feel like we need to review that movie because nothing happens and it's dumb.
There it is.
You learn nothing new.
Wait a minute, we got to go to our patent rating review system. Would you red box it, see it in theaters, or don't bother?
Self-flagellate.
Oh, like the Opus Dei guy in Da Vinci Code.
Sure.
Where he takes and whips himself.
Yeah.
But you don't have to put the little thing on your leg, the garter belt with teeth.
No, that sounds awful. Why would he do that?
Did you see it? You saw
It's been so
Da Vinci
long.
Code where he had the thing that's like a cilice. I don't know what it is, but it's like a garter belt but with teeth.
I don't feel like we need to review that movie because it's dumb. End of review.
Which one? Da Vinci Code or X-Men Origins Wolverine?
I don't feel like we need to review either one of those.
Fair enough.
End of review.
Wow, we're killing. We're gonna hit all the segments this week.
A trailer drop. That was so sad. Trailer dropped this week. Suicide Squad is getting an extended cut after the director said there definitely won't be one.
Wait, let me guess. We're gonna get more Joker.
I don't know. They're saying they're adding 13 minutes. Whatever, man. Like, that movie was hacked to the bone so badly.
I enjoyed it.
Look at another 12 minutes ad. It's not going to save it.
What if it's more Jared Leto Joker?
Then it is. And what? So he'll have more scenes of him not affecting the plot?
Oh, good point.
Whatever. And it comes out at Christmas. And we're doing Christmas movies, so we're not even going to touch that one.
But the Joker's green, that's a Christmas color, and he's got red, that's like a Christmas color.
It was an okay movie, and with Warner Brothers doing all of these extended cuts after the fact, and also especially with this one, there definitely won't be one.
But there will be. More importantly, I just want to bring something to light that I just had a realization as we were sitting here. In the last 2 weeks, you proclaimed that you hate Christmas specials, especially the Rankin Bass claymation ones, and you hate Hanna-Barbera cartoons. Yeah. I figured out why you're such a curmudgeon. Because you didn't like things as a kid.
No, I love things. And there's even some older meh animation that I was really into. Like, I loved Rocky and Bullwinkle.
Oh, Rocky and Bullwinkle is great.
And that animation's pretty questionable.
Yeah.
But that show was clever.
What about Mr. Magoo?
I never really saw it.
You're more like a Looney Tunes guy.
Yeah, I used to love all the Warner Brothers stuff. And I still do. I think it's hilarious.
It still is today. I love Roadrunner and Wile E. Coyote.
Yeah, all that stuff holds up.
Oh, Marvin the Martian. Where is the earth-shattering kaboom?
Yeah, I love that. That's all good stuff.
Hello. Take me to your leader.
Are you doing Kermit the Frog?
Well, no, it's like, I can do the earth-shattering kaboom from Marvin the Martian, but he also kind of sounds like Kermit. Hi-ho, Kermit the Frog here.
I have a fist up my ass.
That's not how that goes at all. He doesn't say that. Why is there a hand up my backside? We're on a roll tonight. This is a good show. I can feel already.
But I don't... Whatever. Suicide Squad extended cut. Woo. I wish I could say I came up with this joke myself, but some people have been calling it the DLC.
The
downloadable content like video games where you're not getting the full package for what you pay for up front.
That's clever.
Didn't come up with it. I wish I had.
Yeah, trademark it.
Like someone smarter than me did it. And funnier.
There's a lot of people that fall under both those categories.
Shut your damn mouth. Blade Runner 2 has a title.
Is it Blade Runner 2? Wait, is it Steve? Because apparently there's Logan, Steve, Timmy, Kermit.
His name was Decker.
Oh, is it Decker?
No, it's Blade Runner 2049.
That sounds like there were 2048 versions of Blade Runner before him.
Well, it's one of those movies, and I always think this is really funny. Like, when we pass movies that were supposed to be set in the future,
yes,
we're almost up to Blade Runner time. It was like 2019 or something.
There's still time for these things to happen.
Yeah, I just love it when we pass
What about
movies.
Total Recall? When did Total Recall take place?
I don't know.
Fact-checking the show. The original Total Recall with Arnold Schwarzenegger, not the remake, with, what's his face?
Phone booth himself.
Oh, people are yelling at the...
Irish McGee.
Colin Farrell.
Yep.
I want the 1990 version of Total Recall, though. Total Recall, 1990 film. When does it take place? Oh, 2084, so we got a ways to go.
Yeah, before up to Mars.
Yeah. Get your ass to Mars.
But more Blade Runner. Yay, has Ryan Gosling. All right.
How do you really feel?
I'm all for another Blade Runner sequel.
I wonder, are we going to get any of the, Harrison Ford?
Yeah, he's in it.
All right. I love me some Harrison Ford.
Speaking of people in things, Forrest Whitaker's in Black Panther. That's really all I have to say. I was like, ooh, he's good.
What is he gonna, do we know what his role is? Some sort of Wakandan government official?
Yeah, I forget what it is.
Is he gonna be a good guy, bad guy?
I don't even remember. I was just excited about Forrest Whitaker. I'm like, ooh, good actor.
The last king of Wakanda?
Maybe they'll reshoot all of his scenes with different hair.
Oh, good point. Good point.
Just like that other movie. Apparently, Disney's just like, hey, we like you. Can be in things.
Maybe it's setting the stage for that crossover you so want.
Of what?
Star Wars and Marvel.
Oh. As a comic miniseries, bring it on.
As a movie event?
Seems expensive.
Fair enough.
You know who's also in a thing?
That's a very broad statement.
Sigourney Weaver's in a thing.
Let me guess, it has something to do with aliens?
Nope.
Well,
she is an alien.
She is an alien?
I don't know.
Is it something that she's normally associated with?
No.
Oh.
This actually wasn't supposed to be a guessing game.
Okay.
You're supposed to go, what?
Oh, what is Sigourney Weaver in?
She's going to be the villain in the Defenders crossover Netflix series.
Cool.
Yeah, I don't know what she's going to do, but I was like, great, another good get. I like Sigourney Weaver.
There is no Dana, only Zool.
Just going to give you a nice shot of Thorazine.
Yeah. I'm Peter Venkman, and I carry drugs to knock people out with me on dates.
But I think that's a pretty good get for them. That show, hopefully it's going to be good. And while we're on talking of the Defenders, finished up Luke Cage.
Yeah?
Still kind of where I was at before. It's
kind of
It was good. It just wasn't great. And I'm going to talk a little bit without spoiling, just in case people haven't finished it.
And then I've got a story to tie into Luke Cage and
like,
sport things.
This level of like spoiler is like he fights the bad guy. It doesn't count as a spoiler.
Oh, okay.
But one of the things that happens towards the end is, like I said before, we get Method Man in there, which is like a super charming scene. Like Luke Cage finds him like in a convenience store. He's like, and Method Man's like, "It's you." He's like, "Nah, it's you." I'm like, hee.
Method Man was in remember that movie, I think it was like Meteorite Man? I think Method Man was in that movie. I had like him, Bill Cosby, other people.
Already don't like that movie.
Oh, because of Bill Cosby?
Yeah.
Oh, fair enough.
But then he does something. I'm like, I think this is the third comic book movie that has a rap in it because he raps about Luke Cage. So now we have Vanilla Ice, Will Smith, Method Man.
It's just been the whole Wu-Tang
Actually,
Clan
we're
out.
getting better as our rap goes on.
It'd be cool if we had like the Wu-Tang Clan just make their own kung fu movie.
Every member of Wu-Tang Clan makes a cameo in the Marvel Universe. But I was just like, one more rap in the comic book world. Yes.
Love me some rap.
But then we get to the end of the series, and this thing ends exactly like Rocky V.
You mean a street fight?
With like a whole crowd of people watching. All we're missing was someone going, "My ring's outside."
So pretty much like illegal assault and battery on somebody that everyone is cheering on and nobody's going to get arrested for.
Yeah, except that second part. But yeah.
Uh,
And all you were missing was someone in a big fur coat going, "Touch me and I'll sue."
Sue me for what?
Assault. Definitely assault. You punched him in the face.
You can't sue for assault. You can press charges for assault.
Okay, yeah, I guess if you want to get technical.
Yeah, I'm going to get technical on you there.
He is a lawyer after all.
True.
But I feel like this is just like Rocky V. Right down to like the uppercut at the end. I'm like,
Wait,
jeez.
was there a bad robot and somebody massively and wildly mismanaged his finances?
That was earlier in the movie.
Oh, okay.
Luke Cage also has financial trouble, but not like Rocky.
Again, the logic of Rocky V. How in the world he loses everything he's worth makes no sense to me.
He's fighting a guy who ends up having a super accurate comic book suit to the point where I was like, oh, no, that's a little too accurate. You guys should have done something different.
Oh, like not in a good way?
Yeah, I was like, oh, yeah, that's really close to the costume. That looks silly. It has a whole big thing. It's like a suit that absorbs blows so he can go toe-to-toe with Luke Cage. He's got a big helmet. But like his entire face and chin are exposed. They're having this big beat-down brawl. I'm just going to hit him in the chin.
Yeah.
Hit him in the exposed... The face. The exposed face. Hit him there. Or take his silly helmet off.
Yeah, because, I mean...
There are two very good choices right there, all involving the face.
Yeah, that's why, why do hockey players, when they get in fights, take their gloves off? I'll keep the glove on. I guess, you get more impact and it hurts more with the bones. But, fighting a guy wearing a helmet makes no sense at all.
But, he ends the fight with an uppercut to the chin. I'm like, oh, there you go. Also, that guy's dead now because you just punched him in this exposed chin. And everyone else is, flicking and they're just falling unconscious. I'm like, all right, so full punch to the face.
He's got to be dead.
No, he's fine.
Oh, wow.
I was just...
Good for him.
It's...
He took it on the chin. What are you doing?
Just want to show you the photo of the costume. Very accurate.
All right, well, you're pulling that up. I'm going to tie in sport things because I know how much you love sports. So Martellus Bennett, do you know who he is?
He is a sports player.
Yes, he's one of the tight ends for the Patriots. In the game against the Browns this weekend, he sprained his ankle, and it was pretty good ankle sprain. He was listed as questionable to return to the game. But he apparently... They were asking about how he came back into the game because he came back in the game and scored 3 touchdowns. First time he's ever scored 3 touchdowns in a game in his career. And he's like, I've been watching this show called Luke Cage. And he said, he described him as, that bulletproof brother from Marvel. And then he goes on to say, and I was just thinking to myself, yeah, this hurts. But what would Luke Cage do? So I manned up and went back in the game.
So this is Diamondback in the comics.
Okay. So he has an exposed face.
And then this happened.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's real bad.
That's staying true to the source material right there.
Yeah, it's like,
Well,
punch him in the face.
That would be my advice. Punch him in the face.
But, it also ends, and it's... All the other Netflix shows really, they felt like they had a tight Well, maybe not tight, but at least they had a beginning, middle, and end, and there was like a definitive end. At this one, good things don't happen to our heroes. The villains are more powerful, or dead, depending on the villain.
Can't be a good
But
villain if
there's,
you're
like,
dead.
really, like, nothing felt resolved at the end of it. I'm like, oh, so we're done? I guess we're done. All right.
Boom.
Yeah, kind of.
Good night.
But we've had more TV come back. Oh, it's been a week. It's been a week indeed.
Uh-oh, what else?
Flash came back.
Oh, that's right. You were really excited about
Yeah.
this. It's Flashpoint.
Well, I've always made a claim, and I stand by it, and it's still true. I've only ever cried once during like a movie or television. That was The Lion King when I saw it in theaters as a kid. Roll in tears.
Oh, yeah. When Mufasa dies.
Every other kid in there is crying too, and my dad pops up like a friggin' prairie dog. He's like, what is happening? Like, what have I done? Why am I here?
Okay,
But
so
I've never cried beyond that. And mostly when I watch something, if I like have an emotional reaction, I'm just like, my God, those are some smart writers. That was clever. It's like, why?
you get a little dusty sometimes and a little tear well up.
No, I just get so excited about, like, that's why I watch like Mad Men or Better Call Saul.
You said
I'm like, these writers are
You
so
said you
smart.
cried reading a comic though recently.
No, I got glassy eyed.
You glassy-eyed. That kind of counts.
Nope. Because I get glassy eyed about 3 times per Flash episode, and this was no exception.
Did you?
It's like a 5-act structure, and I'm gonna get glassy eyed for at least 3 of them.
Was there a tear? Did a tear roll down your cheek?
No, because that would count.
So just glassy-eyed.
It
It got a little dusty in the house.
No, it's the Flash. All the time with the Flash, I'm just like, emotions.
Like when Kevin Smith like sobs openly when watching The Flash.
No.
You ever see those videos?
Yeah, but I don't do that. I just get glassy eyed.
Oh, glassy-eyed is good.
Oh my God, the Flash is so good. It's so good to have it back. It was a good opener.
Was it?
And I forgot how much that I get glass-eyed. I'm like, oh, that's right, the emotions. I haven't felt these all summer.
I don't feel emotions. You're a mess of a human being.
Flash is so good. And then Supergirl came back and Superman was on it.
Yes, you showed me the
Really
clip.
good. Really good. It was nothing but just, I mean, there's a ton of like references to like the movies and what, like, not directed, but they're like pulling lines from it. Like, you know, flying is still the safest way to travel.
Yeah.
And they're like, what happened like when Lex Luthor caused that earthquake in California on that fault line? I'm like, just like the movie. And just stuff like that. I was like, this is fun.
There was a good Reddit feed about like superheroes now and like what would superheroes be now? And like Clark Kent, obviously newspapers like on the way out. What would he be, like a BuzzFeed editor?
It's unfortunate.
Carry on.
But that's what we got. Luke Cage, okay. Flash, amazing. Supergirl, pretty good. They slashed the budget a lot for that show, and I couldn't tell, which is nice.
Oh, yeah.
Well, they also moved it to Vancouver because it's cheaper to shoot up in Canada.
Oh, with the exchange rate and all that.
So I think that helped keep the show looking good.
I do love me some Canada.
Quick thing, not a lot to say, but just a confirmed character. Evangeline Lilly's character, the Wasp, is going to be in Avengers 4, not Avengers 3, but she said that. Probably wasn't supposed to.
Oops.
Yeah. And the last bit of news, coming off of New York Comic Con, there wasn't a ton that came out of it, which is fine. But it's usually like your second biggest con. Whew. But the big news, of course, was the Power Rangers trailer. We're not talking about that.
I did see the Power Rangers.
Did you?
trailer.
Okay, we can talk about it.
What did you think of it?
It looks surprisingly good for what it is.
It did. It was very Breakfast Clubby though. At points, like they're all of the characters are there together, but then
we all
like,
have detention, and one of them has like a police ankle bracelet thing.
Yeah, but at the end when they start to like transform and you get that little hint of the Power Rangers theme. I'm interested to see like what happens where they go with it.
I don't really care.
I mean, I wasn't a huge Power Rangers guy when I was younger, growing up, when that was like the big phenomenon, and everyone like you had to have like the toys that all connected, which was really great marketing. You know, it's like, oh, yeah,
you want one, you buy 5.
You got to buy all 5 in order to make the big thing.
There are people who still love that show, like, powerfully. I have people who come into the store who are huge
But
Power
there were like
Rangers
a
fans.
bunch of different iterations of Power Rangers.
Yeah. I said it before, it's one of those things that never really, like, it's still going on. Like, since we were kids, the show is still
Oh yeah,
going.
there's still like Power Rangers.
And it's still, like, all one big continuity. And I can't be like, oh, I remember Power Rangers, because Power Rangers never went away. I can't feel nostalgic for something that just never disappeared.
Yeah. I don't know, it just never really... I didn't have cable, so that was probably part of it. So I didn't get like a whole lot of the Power Rangers. So like, oh wait, hold on. It's an app I have that has funny sounds in it.
Thanks.
You're welcome. It's morphin' time!
So a movie that we're not going to watch and probably have nothing else to say about. It's fine, I guess.
Yeah, I don't see myself going to the theaters to see it, but like, maybe Redbox it when the time comes.
Not that interested. If other people like it, great, go for it.
What if I Redbox it and bring it over?
I guess.
What if I Redbox it, bring it over, and have craft beer?
I guess. Does one have to involve the other?
Oh, so you're saying I don't have to bring the craft beer?
Yes, that's exactly what I mean. I just want to watch Power Rangers.
Oh, see, there it is. I knew it.
No, the trailer I'd rather talk about is Iron Fist.
Ah, yes.
Not the last Netflix show, because Punisher is filming right now. But the way they're billing it is he is the last defender. So Punisher may or may not be in that show, but it doesn't sound like he's going to be on the team.
Well, doesn't really ever strike me as a team player, the Punisher.
No, not overly.
No, I mean, the guy has a fist on his shirt and he likes to punish people.
He has a skull on his shirt.
That's what I meant to say.
Yeah, you're just thinking Iron Fist.
Yeah, I'm so excited for Iron Fist.
It looks good.
I liked the trailer. It had some good special effects. It felt like a movie trailer more than like a TV show trailer.
They have what seems to be a Netflix tradition in Marvel now of he's fighting a bunch of dudes in the hallway, just like in Luke Cage.
Oh, it's easy to shoot.
And, you haven't seen these hallway fights then?
Oh.
Like long, continuous shots.
It's a long hallway. It's an Aaron Sorkin hallway.
Well, it's, when you're watching those things, if you know what to look for, you're like, there's a cut, there's a cut, there's a cut, there's a cut.
No appreciation for the long walk and talk, the Aaron Sorkin walk and talk, long hallway. How all his shows seem to take place in a hallway.
Yeah.
Going from point A to point B.
But if you watch the Daredevil show, they'll have like a 7-minute take, but if you're watching for it, you're like, cut, cut, cut. So it's still like a long take. By the way they just edited it.
This is why I find it hard to watch movies and TV shows with you.
Well, I've been told I ruined. I'm like, whenever I see something, I'm like, label out for product placement. I'm told I've ruined that for people. They're like, no, I notice it.
Thanks for ruining the experience and magic of movies.
I'm just pointing out product placement. Label out.
Yeah, I think everyone's on to product placement at this point. Labels out on my beverage tonight for the podcast.
No one knows and no one cares.
I'm sure everyone knows what the beverage is.
But it looks like we're going to be having some flashbacks going through his childhood and growing up and learning all of his assorted martial arts. Also, he's going to be rich like he is in the books with the Rand Corporation. And we got some hints to other characters involved with him towards the end of Luke Cage that I won't necessarily spoil.
Please don't.
Well, they barely count as spoilers.
Fair enough.
It's like, this character is going to be in a thing. Oh, okay.
Oh, good for him.
Yeah, it's not like it'd be like mind-blowing.
Not like Secret. How dare you ruin it for me?
Yeah, that kind of deal.
What the hell?
But I guess that does it for the news. And now, as Halloween dictates, we are moving on and talking monsters.
Ooh.
In Jared's Reading Corner.
It's Jared's Reading Corner.
I wish we had a spooky version of that.
That would be kind of cool, but I mean, we're running out of time.
I know, it's like...
For the spooky...
I know, there's 2 weeks left. It doesn't matter now. It'd be fun. At the end of it, it's like, does the whole, it's Jared's Reading Corner, then it's all the same. No, but at the end, there's just like a boo, boo. It's almost identical.
It's like the theme from Casper the Friendly Ghost.
Just really sloppily put together, just boo.
Boo.
Yeah.
The boo box.
But this week we're talking Fistful of Blood.
Fistful of Blood!
Which is really just a title. It has nothing to do with the story itself.
There's no fistful of blood.
No, it's just a catchy title.
Mm.
But originally, this is published in Heavy Metal Magazine. You want to tell us what this is about? And I can explain some editing differences that are quite apparent.
Well, I would describe it as I described it when I walked in the door to your place today. I said, after reading Fistful of Blood, I would describe it as Mad Max meets Fifth Element meets Cowboys versus Aliens meets Hustler.
Yeah, this is an exploitation book to extreme.
It's definitely not for young readers. I mean,
I know. I almost had to send a permission slip to your mom.
Well, I don't think she would have said yes. I mean, I'm glad that you sent it home with me directly and didn't send it into my work with your friend who works with me, who would have given me this in front of people.
You know what's funny about this book?
Who?
So I don't usually do returns just because it's. If you read it, you don't like it, it's consumable media. That's
You're not running a library.
and and like people who like if you read something in the store, it's essentially theft. You're getting what people are paying for free.
Yeah.
But someone bought these books off me, and they came back, and they're like, "Hey, can I return these? My girlfriend won't let me keep them." I'm like, "I will make an exception."
Look at that. Editor's Note Comics. Keeping couples happy.
Just because it's just meant to be over the top. It's not meant to be anything serious. This is just supposed to be dumb fun.
The Editor's Note Comics store. The Editor's Note Comic Dating Service Store. Dating advice with Zach.
Right in.
Right. Yeah. Questions for the editor. Dear Zach, my girlfriend won't let me keep a comic book.
Break up with her.
Wow. Okay. There it is.
Be single. Moving on.
Wow. That's pretty straightforward dating advice right there.
Next.
So anyway, it takes place a long time ago in the not too distant future, which all of a sudden made me think of Mystery Science Theater 3000. In the not too distant future. Whether like the theme from Mystery Science Theater 3000? No? It's like this Wild West town, but it's actually like the set of like where they had filmed this show.
Yeah, the show was called
I'll tell you, because I'll just flip right open to the book. Which, again, this proves I read it because I'm pulling out knowledge from the book.
Old West Shanghai.
Oh, yes. But it starts out with...
Shanghai Sheriff.
It starts out with this... she's pretty much naked woman wearing a see-through bra with like Pamela Lee-sized top. Half of her body.
Voluptuous, if you will.
Voluptuous.
What's funny here is this book is being reprinted through IDW, and originally was printed in Heavy Metal, and Heavy Metal went like full out with the exploitation.
Like right there.
Where it was just straight nudity, but IDW was like, yeah, we're not doing that. So they drew like the bare minimum of mesh clothing on here, and then used like the Photoshop blur tool.
But she was, this character Blondie starts off, and like these guys like pick her up from the west, and then all of a sudden she starts shooting them, and like they're not dying. So like, oh boy, here we go, zombies. We got us some zombies here, and she meets this shopkeeper who gives her some clothes, which I don't understand.
Not many.
Not much, but he had kind of had like saved those. But some guns, some leather pants, very Angelina Jolie like, with like kind of dreadlock blonde hair and lips, very big lips.
I mean, this is just all over the top. Like she's shooting zombies in the head, they're not dying, stuff like that.
Oh
like,
yeah,
they just keep talking, and it's just
like shoot, kill. And
it's a quick read because our main character Blondie
does not speak.
She's a lot like she's kind of based off of, mostly in looks, Clint Eastwood. Wait, no. The opposite of that.
Yeah. The feminine.
But she's kind of the man with no name. Because she's the woman with no name, and she's also referred to as Blondie, much like his character from the Dollars trilogy.
Yes. The middle couple books are like, she's like kind of in between, like trying to, like, can't really gauge where she's like, whose side she's on, because there's vampires.
Yeah, you didn't say what the other side was.
There's vampires and zombies.
Yep, on either side of this old TV/movie set, one half there's vampires and one half there's zombies, and they kind of have this truce about like any tourists who come to like see this kind of historic filming location. The vampires will get the blood, and the zombies will get to eat the rest.
Yes,
it is this really uneasy truce.
Yeah, and which she upsets the balance of.
Yeah, Blondie rolls in, she starts shooting up zombies.
Yeah, and then like the zombies are like, well, why are you on the side of the vampires? And then she goes and like lays waste to all the vampires. She pretty much...
Well, after they try and kill her.
Yeah.
They're like, hey, how's it going? We're going to eat you. And then she's like, yeah, no. Yeah, without talking. Instead, she just shoots them a bunch of like sets them on fire.
But there is a scene where a biker gang shows up and they like kill all of them. They like literally rip a woman like to shreds.
Yeah, this is also, I mean, it's not just exploitation for, like, sex. It's also, violence is also just ridiculous in these books, and it's over-exaggerated.
Yeah, it's very violent.
And this was done by Kevin Eastman and Simon Beasley.
And you can tell it's very Eastman-like art, because it, like, there's some of the stuff that was very, especially the first couple of books, very similar art to, like, what looks like Ninja Turtle stuff, some of the early Ninja Turtle stuff.
But then a tourist, a family of plump tourists comes to town.
Oh, yeah. And they're like, oh, a feast.
Do you see a coaster over there?
Oh, no, I don't see a coaster
Yeah,
over there.
me
Sorry
either.
about that. It's invisible. It's like the invisible jet.
But they have some creative monster designs in here.
They do. I like the guy with the fez. In the second book? Yeah, he's in the second book.
But what Blondie ends up doing is she tricks, gives the vampires and zombies notes. I'm going to come fight for your side. We're going to wipe out the other one.
But she pretty much sets it all up.
Meet me at this location. Yeah.
For a giant throwdown where she has space-age weapons.
We're really summing this book up fast.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
such a fast read, though.
It is. I mean, there's not a whole lot of substance in the middle.
No, it's just there for, like, ridiculous violence, like, ridiculous-looking women.
It's kind of like Machete in some ways.
Yeah, I mean, this is just comic book exploitation, and you're in there to see, like, the weird creatures, and you're in there to see the weird violence, and...
Yeah. But she doesn't say a word for the whole thing until the very end. Do we want to get to the end? Because, I mean, there's not much in the middle.
I feel like this is such a random book that we can spoil the ending of this one.
Okay. So, like, at the end, like, the old, like, shopkeeper guy who was a vampire, correct? Was he a vampire?
No, he was just there with his
I
family.
was just there with his family. Keeps, like, trying to get her to talk. And so at the end...
Well, they keep on saying that she smells funny. That's this big thing. They're like, you smell weird.
But, I mean, she's, like, killing everything.
And these bikers roll up. They all die.
Oh, yeah. That was pretty graphic.
Those tourists die.
The bikers die. The tourists die. She kills a lot of zombies and vampires. Like, dispatches of them.
The
with,
town
like,
literally
great
blows
impunity.
up.
Oh, yeah, like TNT. And then she makes this otherworldly scream. And this demon thing from the depths of wherever comes out of the ground.
Yeah, there was this gigantic... No, it was an alien. There was a gigantic alien, like 5 times the size of the town that was sleeping underneath it.
She's a friggin' bounty hunter.
Space bounty hunter. He's like, you got me, you space bounty hunter.
And then she kills him.
Yeah, just shoots him in the head.
Yeah, and then leaves.
She's like, got my bounty.
Yeah.
And pieces
She
out.
Boba Fetted him, man. No disintegrations.
Except she was effective. She had lots of disintegration.
No, she did vaporizations.
Have you ever heard that theory that Boba Fett was the one that killed Luke's aunt and uncle? Because they were disintegrated, and that's why like Vader made a point later on to be like, no disintegrations.
That makes sense.
Because in the extended cut, he's shown being on Tatooine with Jabba.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, then, like, it wasn't an effective disintegration because they were smoldering. Like, there'd be nothing left if you got disintegrated.
Charboiled.
Fair enough.
No charboiling.
No burning the meat.
No overcooking. Not as effective as no disintegrations.
No well done. Medium rare at best.
But yeah, I don't know. This is just, it's 4 issues, but it's just silly and it's meant to be dumb.
It's silly. It's quick. It's a quick read, but it's like super exploitation-y.
Yeah, and this has a real like 1970s vibe to it.
Oh yeah, it's like...
But they even say in the back like, oh, we were shopping this around to movie studios. Like, why?
That makes minimal
This would be
sense.
This would make a terrible movie. Entertaining comic.
There's not enough there for a movie.
It's like one of those things like if you made this movie in the 70s.
Maybe like a TNA kind of movie.
Well, no, I'm just saying like low budget. Just like you can't...
Hard Ticket to Hawaii.
Yeah, that same kind of bad low budget.
Yeah, like
Which
that
I
was
guess
part of the...
not made in the 70s, but still.
Yeah, it was part of that guy's like B-movie set of movies, like the triple like Babes, Boobs, and Bombshells or something like that.
Yeah.
Hard Ticket to Hawaii, if you haven't seen it, I would... I don't know how to describe it. I'm sure a lot of our listeners are like, oh yeah, Hard Ticket to Hawaii. I love that movie.
I don't think anyone's seen that movie.
It's different.
You want to talk exploitation.
That's that movie to a T. Anyway.
You ever seen a sex doll blown up by a rocket launcher?
That was pretty ridiculous.
That was unnecessary.
That was very unnecessary. Or the snake that comes out of the toilet just when you thought it was safe to take a pee.
Oh,
or when he took the frisbee
put
and made
razor
it.
wire on it.
It was just razor blades, and he cut the guy's like head off, like threw his fingers in his head and like stuck in his jugular.
Yes, if this was that level of movie, I guess Fistful of Blood could work.
Yeah.
But it's just dumb fun.
Yeah, I would say it's dumb fun. I mean, I don't know.
It's certainly not for everyone.
No, I don't know if I'd go out of my way to read it, but it was certainly like the cover drew you in on the first one.
Because it was half butt.
No, it was like 98% butt. There's a lot of butt, not a lot of covering the butt. Yeah, not a lot covering it.
Well, this is also one of those books, like when it was coming out, it's a hard book for me to have on the shelf.
Yeah.
Because I want to be like, this is a store for everyone, but don't look at that one.
Yeah. Some kid comes in, look, Mom, comics!
Yeah, that kind of deal. So, I mean,
It's very adult in some of its, actually in most of its pages. There's very adult.
Yep, with some nice Photoshop blur going on.
Oh yeah, you can tell where her nipples were.
Yeah, which was like smudge. No, smudge, that's a thing.
Smudge, the smudge tool.
Yeah. Whatever, I don't Photoshop.
Zach don't Photoshop.
Yeah. Mostly because he won't pay money for software like that.
Fair enough.
But I guess that's kind of Fistful of Blood. Lots of explosions, lots of guns.
It's the blood-splattered genre mashup. That's what it said on it.
Yeah. I don't know, it's fun. It's dumb, but it's fun.
Yeah, it's like, you go and watch a popcorn action movie. You're not going for, like, character development and a full story arc. You're going just for, like, the spectacle, and that's what this is. It's
and this is one of those
comic book spectacle.
It really could only be done in comic book form.
Yeah, I don't think it could be done in, like, live action medium.
No, I mean, and the action layouts are a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah, I love some of, like, the scenes where she's just laying waste to zombies, or when she comes through the door of the saloon and, like, throws the wooden stakes at all the
I just like
vampires.
How annoyed they all get. They're like, it's going to take forever to grow back.
Oh, yeah. Do you know how much this is going to hurt?
But Fistful of Blood, if you're into something dumb, just for a change of pace, I'd say read it.
Yeah, I didn't dislike it. I mean, at $5 a pop for a book.
It's not going to challenge you intellectually.
No, but it's a neat little kind of one-off, like once a year kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like Christmas specials that Zach doesn't like.
I like Christmas specials. I don't like bad Christmas specials.
Listen, Rudolph is an excellent Christmas special.
Ask me how I feel about the Charlie Brown ones.
How do you feel about Charlie Brown?
I mean, as a general, I think Peanuts is brilliant, and the art is grossly underrated.
You don't like...
In animated form, though? Not my thing.
The strip, I get it.
Yeah, the strip is genius.
Oh, I love the comic strip.
Seriously, oh my god, I love that art so much. It's so good and all, like, it's
simple.
wonderful simplicity. Yeah, it's amazing art. In animated form, I'm less into it.
Love Peanuts. Love Snoopy, Woodstock, and Charlie Brown. Anyway, Fistful of Blood.
Yeah,
Why not?
Go check it out, unless you're offended by fists or blood or previously naked women who are now barely clothed.
Yeah, probably not one for the under 18 crowd.
No. Does this have a rating on it? Because some things will be like, rated mature. No, but I guess when that's your cover, it kind of tells
you. Kind of is like, yeah, it's pretty straightforward that this is mature.
It's not an all ages book.
No. Oh, wait, is it time for letters to the editor?
Yup.
Letters to the editor.
Here's your letters to the editors. To submit your questions, email us at editorsnotecomics@gmail.com.
Hello, Zach and co-host Jerry.
Oh.
I just read an article on Firefly, and the opinion was to bring back Firefly would be a terrible idea. I have 3 questions. What are your opinions on a reboot, and should Stan still be pressing Joss Whedon for a reboot? Zach, is canceling Firefly the real reason you expressed such disgust at Fox?
Ooh, that's a good question.
How many times have Zach and Jerry watched Firefly episodes? Signed, your biggest fan.
Oh, Ross.
It was my mom.
Oh.
My mom wrote an email, so I feel like I had to read it.
Oh. Wait, is she saying, like, she's my biggest fan, our biggest fan, your biggest fan?
I mean, definitely mine.
Oh, well. I thought you were your biggest fan.
She might be second. I'll trump a mother's love.
Wow. So, question number 1.
Question number 1. What are your opinions on a reboot? And should fans still be pressing Joss Whedon? People forget this real fast. They forget that there was a movie. Firefly came back.
Yeah, there was a movie.
It came
Serenity.
Yeah, and people were like, bring it back. Like, it already happened.
And
none of you went to the theaters enough, apparently.
It's a cult thing, though. You could, like, wasn't there... They used to do, like, screenings for charity, though, right?
Yeah, annual.
Yeah,
I
like
don't know if they're still doing those.
You used to go to those all the time.
Annually. But yes.
Well, yeah. I don't know. I feel like there's a certain mythos about, Firefly getting canceled, the movie getting made. I feel like rebooting it would just kind of take away from that mythos and that uniqueness about it, that cult following.
But also, it would have, because it's one of those things that hasn't gone away, it would have kind of a Star Wars prequel thing to it where you would just, your expectations would be so incredibly high, and if it didn't reach
it would ruin it for you.
The impossibly high expectations that you have.
Yeah.
It's just not going to work.
No, I think some things, like you said, are better let be.
Yeah, it came, it went, then it came again. A trilogy of movies didn't happen, that's fine, but the show did come back. So whenever people are like, it's going to happen, they're going to bring it back, whenever everything else is coming back, it already did.
A full-length movie.
11 years ago.
Yeah.
It happened. It's fine. Are the executives at Fox canceling it the real reason I'm mad at them? No, because that was the end of a regime, and hands at Fox have changed so many times, but they seem to get dumber every time.
Wow. Speaking of Fox, I didn't see the Simpsons episode this week. I watched the Boston episode. Did you see that?
No, because I have to wait 8 days.
Oh. I hear it's really good. Like one of the better Simpsons episodes in a long time.
Last season was amazing. They were firing on all cylinders last season. This season's, the first couple were kind of okay, but last season they killed it.
I love The Simpsons.
They killed last season was so good. Then people get like, who still watches The Simpsons? Like, me.
They make it just for you, Zach.
At this point they might.
Oh, wow.
Anyone else still watch it? No, man.
I was going to say, too, that was up against some... It was up against the NFL, and it was up against the presidential debate. Although the presidential debate started at 9.
How many times have Zach and Jerry watched Firefly episodes? I know we sat down and watched the movie.
We watched the movie. I don't think I've seen an episode of Firefly.
How many times have I seen it? I don't know.
All the way through a couple of times at least, I would think.
Yes, just a couple.
Just a couple?
Well, this came out in 2003. And I've watched it at least once a year, probably closer to twice a year since then.
The movie or the series?
The series. It's a short show.
Oh.
So probably...
Was it one season or 2?
It was like 14 episodes.
Oh, so not even a full season.
No, so I've probably watched it close to 20 times.
Fair enough.
Look, it was a long time ago and I've been pretty consistent with it.
It's the one thing I'm good at.
Okay.
Accidentally hit stop.
I did, just for a second. We're fine. We didn't lose anything.
Oh, thank God.
And maybe if we have a reason to do an episode, maybe we will eventually, but right now the comics are still coming out. They do them pretty sporadically, which is fine. And since it's the movie, or they did a few right before the movie, and then some have happened since. There's another one starting up later this month. One of my advantages of running a shop is we get sent, not me, but just shops in general get sent a lot of PDFs of books that are coming out. So I read the first issue a while back.
Yeah. Looks
good. Still, tonally, it's still right. And a lot of times that's the problem with adapting TV or movie or something. Sometimes, like, people get... It's either people who didn't work on it originally, they don't have the tone right, or it's people who worked on it, and they're like, no budget! And they go kind of nuts.
Oh, much like this show.
Yes.
No budget.
The show no longer has a budget.
We had a budget?
But that happens a lot with adaptations of TV movies. People just go nuts, like, we don't have any budgetary restrictions, and then it doesn't feel like what it was.
Yeah.
Because they're not working, because,
it's not limited.
Yeah, comic books do whatever you want.
Yeah, there's you could draw anything.
Yeah, so you can lose a lot by doing too much, and the Firefly Serenity stuff, they've done a really good job tonally of keeping it the same, and the new series looks like it's actually going to wrap up some stuff from the show that was left hanging.
Well, that's good.
Like, oh, we're actually dealing with this. Been a while.
Yeah. Or for you, not that long, really.
Yeah. I just watched it, like, the other day.
Did you really?
Probably like a month ago.
Oh, wow. Do you, sit down and watch it all in one day?
No, God, no.
Or you spread it over, a week?
Probably more than that. It's 14 episodes. It might take me a month to get through.
45-minute episodes?
Yeah, because it's not like I'm, chomping at the bit to see it. I know where it's going.
Oh, fair enough. You're I'll put that on.
Yeah.
It's a favorite movie of yours. You just sit down and enjoy the comfort of an old friend.
Yeah. I do like it more than most of my friends.
How many friends do you have?
All those movies.
How many human friends do you have?
All those movies.
Where can we find you?
At the shop. I'm always there.
Oh, damn it.
No, I don't, actually, usually I like being there.
Usually I like being there.
Well, I mean, I'm there 6 days a week, so there are times where I'm like, time to go.
I've been here quite often, quite a bit.
Yeah, no, I like being there. I mean, I better.
Any fall specials?
Probably not until Small Business Saturday. I mean, Halloween's coming up, and there's going to be a bunch of free books given out on the day.
You should do something.
And I guess the Saturday before.
Are you going to dress up for Halloween in the shop?
Maybe.
You should.
I was going to just buy some cat ears, paint a nose and whiskers on, just go as sexy cat.
I would pay money to see that.
I'm not going to do anything else, just cat ears, nose, whiskers, sexy cat.
So, wannabe Peter Criss from Kiss.
Yeah. Kind of. But much cheaper, $2.99.
$2.99. If you do that, I will come in and I will buy a comic from the store.
For sexy cat.
Rawr.
No. Because I'm going to be giving out candy and comics to kids. I won't be doing that.
And you're gonna be a cat.
Sexy cat.
You can't call yourself sexy cat around kids.
I won't. I'll just do it when they're not there.
You should do a special Jared's birthday sale in a couple of weeks.
What day is your birthday on?
October 22nd. It's a Saturday.
Oh, it's a Saturday?
Yeah. Keep that Saturday evening free for dinner and beverages.
Woo, what are we going to do, Applebee's?
No, we'll do something a little classier than Applebee's.
Woo!
I haven't been to Applebee's since my last birthday.
Let's rage.
That's probably, I can't, maybe margaritas or something.
Woo!
Hey, listen, if it's good enough for Ricky Bobby, it's good enough for me. I'm a man of simple tastes.
But where am I? I'm on the internet. Those places you can find me at. I'm all over the place. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, my website, the YouTube, the assorted podcasting, hosting websites.
Rate, review, and subscribe on iTunes.
I'd appreciate that.
Me too. Write nice things about me.
If you want.
Because I like childhood memories.
What? Wait, what?
I like childhood memories of Thundercats, He-Man, Hanna-Barbera.
Oh, I thought you were share your childhood memories with me. Just vague, random childhood memories.
Please tell me random things about your childhood that...
This is the first time I scraped my knee.
Oh, I feel your pain.
Jared, collector of childhood memories. Doesn't sound creepy at all.
The Giver, man. You ever read The Giver?
Yeah, I mean...
Did you see The Giver movie with...
No, I did not.
It wasn't bad. You probably wouldn't like it, though, because you don't like things.
Yes. That's why I have the job I have, because I just hate media and entertainment.
Yes.
All right. Real life me is so much more neutral and everything. I'm like, yeah, whatever, like what you like. I don't care. That makes for bad listening.
But I feel like
I mean, I have opinions, but my reaction to it is if you like it, you like it. If you don't, it's fine too.
But a lot of time you don't like it.
Yeah. Which I guess this is more sharing a personal opinion.
Fair enough.
More than my reaction to other people. If you like something, I don't care.
Good for you. Enjoy it.
I might not like it, but if you do, whatever, it doesn't affect me. Actually, sometimes it does affect me because if you don't like it, you might not buy it. So in that sense, it affects me greatly.
So why wouldn't you be telling
everything?
All these comic movies, you'd be like, Suicide Squad is awesome. You should totally watch it and then come in and buy all the Suicide Squad stuff.
You should buy a lot of Suicide Squad books. Plenty of good Suicide Squad books.
Just not a good movie.
Yeah, bad movie.
Fair enough.
Good books, bad movie.
Reasonable.
It's part of why I don't like the movie. I'm like, you had so much to pull from.
And you didn't.
Yeah, basically. And you're on the tweets.
I'm on the Twitter, @JuniorRich. That's it. I mean, not very exciting.
I saw you tweeting some people this week.
I had some people tweet at me. I was also featured on the Sun Journal Sports Instagram. There's a picture of me on there.
Okay.
There you go. See, I'm local internet celebrity.
If you want to go find a picture of Jared.
Yeah, look at the Sun Journal Instagram.
But that'll do it for this week. Next week, we're getting away from kind of the silliness of this Monster Mash, and we're going full-blown, extreme, balls to the wall horror comic.
So, if I get scared, can I bring a sleeping bag and a nightlight over, and we can have a little sleepover? We can build a fort, like a blanket fort around the couch.
You can stay in the guest room, but you have to bring your own sleeping bag to sleep on top of it because I don't want to watch the bedding.
Wow. What about just making a blanket fort?
You can bring a sleeping bag and stay on top of the bedding.
So no blanket fort?
No.
Well, you're no fun.
We'll be back next week.
I want a blanket fort!
and your childhood memories. Good night, folks.